Hello students. So after introduction class, today in this lecture video I'm going to derive derivation of shape function for axisymmetric triangular element. Okay, so these derivations are very important to solve numerical problems on this element. Okay, so here we are going to use the three equations we are going to derive in this derivation. Okay, so all those equations are very important to solve the numerical problems on axisymmetric triangular element. Okay, so look at this is the syllabus. Okay, so look at this. So we are going to derive the shape functions for the axisymmetric triangular element. Okay, so the shape functions are, I already told you, is denoted by n1 and n2. Okay, so already I told you. So what you mean by axisymmetric element? Okay, so axisymmetric triangular element nothing but what the both what the material property, that is the geometry, loading, etc. With respect to from the geometry it should be same. Okay, so that is called as axisymmetric triangular element. Okay, so if you consider the triangular element, look at this. Okay, if you consider this is a triangular element, it can be rotated. Okay, if you rotate this triangular element or it will revolve this, so both the sides should be same. Okay, so it will form on hollow shaft. Okay, so that diagram shows here. Okay, so this is same triangular element we are going to take. Here we are going to denote all the values. Okay, so in the triangular I told, so in the axisymmetric triangular element coordinates are, instead of x and y, we are going to use the z line r and comma z. Okay, the consider a axisymmetric triangular element with a node of 1 2 3 as shown in the below figure. Okay, let u1 and w1 be the nodal displacement, that is u1 w1, u2 w2, u3 w3 are the nodal displacement at each node. Okay, so at node number 1 u1 w1 are the nodal displacement along r and along yz z direction. At node number 2 u2 and w2 be the nodal displacement. Okay, at node number 3 u3 and w3 are the nodal displacement. Okay, so these are the nodal displacement at node number 1 2 3. r1 comma z1 are the coordinates for the axisymmetric triangular element. Okay, so this is x and y. Okay, so this is the triangular element. Okay, so if you take this triangular element, if you consider, and it will revolve around the axisymmetric symmetry, then it will form a one hollow cylinder. That diagram I shown here. So okay, so this is the triangular element. Okay, so now we have the displacement at any point within the triangular element can be expressed in terms of the generalized coordinate system we have, that is u and w. Okay, so let us coordinate as u is equal to a1 plus a2r plus a3z and w is equal to a4 plus a5r plus a6z. Okay, so give equation number 1. Okay, so a1 a2 a3 a4 a5 a6. Okay, so here each node having 2 degree of freedom 6. Okay, so that is r and z nothing but the coordinate system. Okay, so where the nodal displacement u1 u2 u3 along with w1 w2 w3. Okay, so u1 is equal to what, a1 plus a2 plus r1 plus a3 z1. Okay, u1 is equal to this, and a2 is equal to just a1 plus a2 r2 plus a3 z3. u3 is equal to a1 plus a2 r3 plus a3 z3. This is at node number 1, this is at node number 2, this is at node number 3. Give equation number 2. Okay, so these equations you have to write in the matrix form. So that is u1 u2 u3. If you write the matrix form, you are going to get u1 u2 u3 is equal to 1 r1 z1, 1 r2 z2, 1 r3 z3. Here a1 a2 a3. Okay, so here our aim is to find the this a1 a2 a3 are what are called as generalized coordinate system. Okay, while solving the problem you need to calculate this by applying the boundary condition. Okay, so here a1 a2 a3 are the generalized coordinate system, you need to calculate those. So hence if you the value of this a1 a2 a3 which is equal to this goes this direction, means this is transpose, it will become transpose. So the 1 1 1 r1 r2 r3 z1 z2 z3 transpose is equal to u1 u2 u3. Okay, so give equation number, the next equation number 3. Okay, so now so here again with the help of that determination you have to calculate the values here. Okay, so here 1 by whole divided by r2 z3. So here this is a 1 by transpose. Okay, so you neglect this one and this one, this inside value is r2 z3 minus r3 z2. Like that you have to solve all the problem into the same as it is, that is into, so u1 u2 u3. Okay, so give question number next. Okay, so how to calculate this I will repeat again. So if you want to calculate the determinant of this and this, you leave these two, so this multiplication into this. Okay, so like that you also solve the remaining 3. So you are going to get into the matrices. Okay, same that r2 minus r3. So okay, u1 u2 u3. Okay, the area of the triangle can be expressed as a function of r and z. So instead of x and y we are going to denote, I already told you, at node number 1 2 3 as, so this is the area of an triangular axisymmetric element. Okay, so this is the first formula you have to remember. Okay, so area is equal to 1 by 2 1 1 1 r2 r3 r1 r2 r3 z1 z2 z3. Okay, so again you have to multiply this, simplify this. Okay, 1 by 2 is equal to this and this, you have to simplify this. First you neglect r2 r z3 r3 z2. Okay, so like that you have to calculate this. Again again to this course direction, you are going to get the 2a value is equal to R2 Z3 minus R3 Z2. Okay, so this is a 2a value. Okay, that is a nothing but what the area. Okay, simplify area, because you need to calculate, you have to substitute in the above equation. Okay, so now thus the a1 a2 a3 value. So here a1 a2 value what, so we got the values of this, that is this value you got. Okay, so you have to substitute this value. Okay, so a1 a2 a2 is equal to 1 by 2a, so that value substitute in that, in this equation, that is the transpose of that, so which is equal to u, the remaining u1 u2 u3. Okay, and this is equal to 1 by 2. Let us assume this one is a, for easy simplification, let us assume this first one as a alpha 1, so alpha 2 alpha 3, beta 1 beta 2 beta 3, and gamma 1 gamma 2 gamma 3. Let us assume, okay, so a1 a2 a3 is equal to 1 by 2a, alpha 1 alpha 2 alpha 3, beta 1 beta 2 beta 3, gamma 1 gamma 2 gamma 3, u1 u2. Okay, so where alpha is equal to this value, same value I have to write down, R2 Z3 minus this one alpha 2 and alpha 3 value, and beta is equal to beta value beta 2 beta 3, and this is gamma 2 is equal to, this is a gamma 1 gamma 2 gamma 3. Okay, so that value you have to write down here. Okay, so this one, right? Okay, so give equation number another, that is equation number 4 or 8.11. Okay, so we know that for the linear polynomial equation u is equal to, for the triangular element u is equal to a1 plus a2 r plus a3 z. Okay, so write this as in matrix form, u is equal to 1 comma r comma z a1 a2 a3. Okay, so again here 1 r z, so here a1 a2 a3 nothing but what, a1 a2 a3 nothing but this value. Okay, so this value you have to substitute in the equation, this one. Okay, 1 by 2a is equal to alpha 1 beta 1 gamma 1 alpha 2 beta 2 gamma 2 alpha 3 beta 3 gamma 3. Okay, this value you have to substitute here. Okay, so now after substituting you do the multiplication. Okay, so after doing multiplication you are going to get alpha 1 plus beta 1 r plus gamma 1 z whole divided by 2a, and this into this again the second column, that is alpha 2 plus beta 2 r plus y2 z by 2a, alpha 3 plus beta 3 r plus y3 z whole divided by 2a, u1 u2 u3. Okay, so again this equation, if you observe this equation is what, similar to this equation, that is u is equal to, this is value is n1. Okay, so this value is n1 and this is n2, this is n3. Substitute here n1 n2 n3 value, this is n1, this is n2, and this is n3 is equal to u1 u2 u3. Okay, so now this is similarly w is equal to n1 n2 n3 is equal to w1 w2 w3. This is along along x direction, this is along y direction. Okay, so u1 you are going to get w. Okay, so here this n1 n2 n3 are called as shape function. Okay, so that so where the n1 n2 are, which is equal to this value, n1 value this, n2 value this, and n3 value is this one, this is n3, this is n2, this is n1. Okay, so n1 n2 n3 if you wrote here, these are called as shape function. n1 is equal to alpha 1 plus beta 1 r plus gamma 1 z whole divided by 2a, this is n2 n3. Okay, so we can write the nodal displacement in the another fashion also. We can write like this, u is equal to n1 u1 plus n2 u2 plus n3 u3, w is equal to n1 w1 plus n2 w2 plus n3 w2. Okay, so this we can write as the displacement at any point within the triangular element. Okay, that is the displacement function, you can write like this. Okay, so in the that is for the triangular element, u of r comma z, that is x and y. Okay, u is equal to r comma z divided by u w of r comma z, which is equal to n1 0 n2 0 n3 0 whole divided by 0 n1 0 n2 0 n3. So this is at node number 1, u1 w1, u2 w2 nothing but at node number 2, u3 w3 at node number 3. Okay, so this is what the derivation. Okay, so this is what the final equation what you want to derive. Okay, here the main thing is what you need to calculate this, that is you have to remember this n1 n2 n3 value. Okay, so n1 nothing but what, alpha 1 plus beta 1 r plus gamma z whole divided by 2a. So here r nothing but what, so r1 plus r2 plus r3, which is equal to whole divided by 3, because 3 elements are there. Okay, so this you have to remember, these are called as shape function. This formula you have to remember for solving the numerical problems, that is formula number 1 2 3. So n1 n2 n3. Okay, so this you have to remember. So look at it, just to observe here, at for the shape function 1 is equal to all values are 1 1 only, 1 1 1. So second element n2 is equal to 2 2 2, at 3 is equal to 3 3 3. Okay, so this like this you have to remember. Okay, so up to here you have to derive the equation up to now here. Okay, so this is for the derivation for element stiffness matrix for the triangular element. Okay, that is a not element stiffness matrix, is a shape function. Okay, so you have to derive the equation shape function is equal to this. Okay, so I hope you understand that. Okay, so here in this problem you have to remember what the three formulas, that is area is equal to 1 1 1, r1 r2 r3, z1 z2 z3, that is area of first equation you have to remember, and the shape function n1 n2 n3, that alpha 1, that equation you have to remember. Okay, so this is not much important than that what element stiffness matrix. Okay, so compared to the element stiffness matrix, compared to this derivation, they many time asking that calculate or derive the shape function element stiffness matrix for axisymmetric triangular element. Okay, that is most important. Okay, so like this you have to derive this equation. Okay, I hope you understand this. Okay, thank you.